When we reflect on mankind's history, the Bible's familiar tales of prophets and divine battles often come to mind. However, an ancient and forgotten text unveils secrets far beyond these well-known narratives. This text is the Book of the Giants, which tells the dramatic story of the Nephilim, giant beings born from the forbidden union of angels and humans. The Book of the Giants offers more than just moral guidance or spiritual lessons. It plunges us into a world where divine forces clash with these formidable giants. Characters like Hoya and Mawe lead these giants, who, while not wholly malevolent, are far from virtuous. Their actions, including depleting resources and engaging in cannibalism, have plunged the world into chaos and devastation. Preserved in various forms, from the Dead Sea Scrolls to the Mani manuscripts, this text provides a fresh perspective on complex moral issues. Despite its intriguing content, the Book of the Giants has largely faded from mainstream awareness, existing mainly in the realm of esoteric studies. The rediscovery of this text began in 1947 when a Bedouin shepherd found a hidden cave in a remote desert. Among the Dead Sea Scrolls discovered at Qumran, he uncovered fragments of this ancient Jewish text. Dating from the 2nd or 3rd century BCE, these fragments reveal long-lost tales that offer a fascinating glimpse into an obscure past. The Dead Sea Scrolls, retrieved from 11 secret caves, included many biblical texts, except for the Book of Esther, and provided unique insights into biblical traditions. Beyond these canonical works, the scrolls contained manuscripts like the Community Rule and the War Scroll, offering profound insights into the religious community's beliefs and practices. One manuscript of particular interest is the Book of the Giants. It presents a world where divine and human realms intersect, showcasing giants who bring about chaos and destruction. These giants, born from the forbidden relationship between fallen angels and human women, possess extraordinary strength and size, leading to significant upheaval on Earth. The Book of the Giants describes the giants' ultimate corruption, from depleting resources to cannibalism, and foretells their fate through prophetic dreams predicting a great flood. This flood, mentioned in Genesis 6:4 of the Bible, is a pivotal event in the text, blending themes of divinity and humanity in a tragic narrative of destruction and redemption. Key figures in the story include Enoch, whose piety connects the divine and human worlds, and the giants Hoya, Ha, and Mai, whose fates are linked to divine retribution. Despite its profound content, the Book of the Giants was excluded from the biblical canon due to stringent criteria set by early religious leaders. These leaders aimed to create a common canon, favoring texts attributed to apostles or closely related figures, and those reflecting high moral and spiritual values. The text also features in the Manichaean tradition, founded by Mani, who integrated it into his religious framework. Mani, who grew up in southern Mesopotamia, may have authored one version of the Book of the Giants, adding to its complexity and mystery. Written in an ancient Aramaic dialect known as Siak, the Book of the Giants depicts a cosmic battle between divine forces and demons. Archangels Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Uriel lead these battles to restore balance between light and darkness. The text resonates with stories found in the Bible, particularly the extended account of the Nephilim in Genesis 6, suggesting that ancient Jewish cultures valued these hybrid beings and their dramatic narratives. Ultimately, the Book of the Giants reveals a world where divine and demonic forces collide, leading to a catastrophic flood intended to cleanse the earth. This flood marks a significant turning point in human history and reflects the eternal struggle between light and darkness. The giants, with their immense size and forbidden knowledge, bring only destruction, teaching forbidden arts and causing moral decline, turning a once vibrant world into a battleground of chaos and anarchy. Humanity was engulfed in a maelstrom of violence and despair, unable to halt the advance of monstrous beings. In response to this devastation, divine wrath swiftly emerged. Observing the rampant corruption and indulgence that had tainted his creation, God resolved to intervene. The ultimate judgment was near, heralded by thunder and powerful storms. A catastrophic flood loomed, intended to cleanse the earth of its evil. As the giants continued their relentless destruction, their insatiable hunger made humans their primary prey. With fierce eyes and boundless appetites, the giants hunted humans with brutal savagery. There was no place for mercy in their desolate world. Eventually, even the giants' hunger reached its limit. As humans grew scarce and cities were reduced to ruins, the giants sank into despair. Desperate for sustenance, they resorted to cannibalism, destroying once thriving civilizations. Cities became ghostly ruins, farmlands turned barren, and echoes of the past filled the deserted spaces. Yet, amidst this desolation, signs of transformation began to emerge. Some giants started forming tribes, reflecting the ancient bonds of the now extinct human communities. Though still marked by their violent history, these tribes sought some order and security amidst the chaos. As these giants began to experience new emotions, doubt, regret, and self-reflection, fear, a novel sensation, took root. Troubling dreams and visions of turmoil suggested an internal awakening. Mao, a giant known for his leadership, was particularly disturbed by these dreams. One night, as the campfire flames flickered, Mao addressed his fellow giants gravely. "Brothers," he began, "our dreams have troubled many of us, but tonight I saw something different, something that might be an omen for our future." The giants listened intently as Mao recounted a dream of a stone tablet submerged in water. Upon lifting it, he saw 4 unfamiliar names engraved: Noah, Shem, Japheth, and Ham. The mention of these names stirred unease, and Mawe suggested they could be omens of doom. Oya, a formidable giant with ties to the Watchers, challenged Ma's interpretation. His presence commanded respect, and behind him stood his twin brother, Ha. Oya dismissed Ma's vision as insignificant, sharing a seemingly absurd story about a virgin with a child to emphasize his point. However, as the discussion shifted to their collective dreams of destruction and divine wrath, Oya offered a different perspective. He proposed that the dreams might not be warnings for the giants, but for the fallen angels, like Azazel, who had led humanity into wickedness. Oya speculated that any impending divine punishment might be directed at them instead. Despite Oya's views, Mawe remained doubtful. The idea of being absolved of consequences while blaming their parents seemed suspect and unsettling. At that moment, Gilgamesh, known for his strength, added weight to the discussion. Though he acknowledged his superior power, he also recognized the overwhelming power of the divine, which he dared not challenge. He declared that the era of the giants was coming to an end, a statement that resonated with somber finality. The following night, their dreams were again disturbed by alarming visions. This time, the theme was a magnificent garden transforming into a burning hell, a symbol of impending destruction. Oya interpreted the burning trees in the garden as representing their parents, the Watchers. Despite this, the giants struggled to interpret their dreams and sought clarity from Enoch, renowned for his wisdom in divine matters. They proposed seeking Enoch's guidance to understand their dreams and their fate. The idea of consulting Enoch quickly gained support, but Hoya, whose authority was challenged, roared to assert his control. As he circled the fire with incense, he feared being overshadowed by Enoch. Despite the tension among the giants, Ma decided to seek Enoch's wisdom, traveling to the wilderness where Enoch lived. Ma was welcomed by the scribe and recounted his troubling visions. Enoch, adhering to spiritual rules, stated he could not interpret the dreams without divine assistance. Moved by Ma's sincerity, Enoch agreed to seek divine guidance on his behalf. As time passed with no news from Enoch, the giants grew increasingly anxious and troubled by their dreams. When Enoch finally arrived with important news and a tablet hinting at an impending divine confrontation, the giants' anger erupted. Hoya and his brother Ha confronted Enoch aggressively. Mawe intervened, hoping to calm the situation by reminding them of the imminent threat of divine retribution. While Hoya was prepared to face any divine foe, his aggressive stance did not garner unanimous support among the giants. In stark contrast to Hoya's rebellion, Mawe and many others embraced humility, seeking redemption through silent prayer and acts of repentance. The giants, in a collective show of remorse, knelt and prayed for mercy. Even Hoya, who had previously been defiant, came to recognize the seriousness of the divine threat and the necessity of seeking forgiveness as their only refuge from the impending wrath. As the prophecy unfolded, the archangels arrived to liberate the earth from the giants' oppression. Archangel Gabriel led an uncompromising battle against them, using his powers to incite infighting among the giants, which ultimately led to their downfall. Despite some giants' pleas for salvation, Gabriel showed no mercy. Observing Gabriel's relentless approach, Mawe realized that his fate was sealed, despite his attempts at repentance. The earth was soon engulfed by the predicted flood, with only an ark carrying pairs of animals surviving the catastrophe. From a cliff, Hoya reflected on Ma's fate and the nature of divine mercy. Seeking higher ground, he climbed a mountain with his brother Ha to escape the rising waters. From their vantage point, they saw a terrifying sight below, a gigantic black-scaled creature with a strange purple glow resembling Leviathan, the legendary sea monster. This creature, moving with incredible speed, signaled a fierce battle between the giants and Leviathan. Hoya narrowly escaped Leviathan's deadly reach, but nearly lost his staff in the struggle. Regaining control of his weapon, he saw Leviathan looming above him, its massive head blocking out the sun. Horrified, he saw his brother Ha motionless in the creature's jaws. Consumed by grief and a thirst for revenge, Hoya attacked Leviathan with unrestrained fury. Even though his staff slipped away, he used his physical strength to blind the creature and eventually subdued it. However, he could not withstand the battle's impact and collapsed, overwhelmed by a storm of emotions. As Hoya struggled to rise, he watched the floodwaters swallow the defeated Leviathan. His emotions shifted from laughter to tears as he was suddenly struck from behind by a sword, severely wounding him. As he struggled to fight back, he found his body unresponsive, enveloped in a terrible cold, and his vision blurred. The distant sound of an angelic trumpet signaled the complete rise of the flood, eradicating life from the earth. Only Noah and his sons, whom Mawe had seen on a stone tablet, survived on the ark. The giants fell into oblivion, their souls marked by resentment and a desire for revenge, existing as demonic beings. The story of the giants, as recorded in various versions, such as the Dead Sea Scrolls and Manichaean texts, remains fragmented. The Dead Sea Scrolls version, discovered in 1947 and written in Aramaic, ends abruptly, leaving much to speculation about Mawe and Hoya's fate. The Manichaean version offers a clearer but still ambiguous ending, detailing Hoya and Ha's climactic battle with Leviathan and the Archangel Rael. Enoch, depicted as a detached figure, plays a crucial role in both the Book of Enoch and the book about the giants. In the Book of Enoch, he serves as a mediator between God and the fallen angels, delivering warnings of divine judgment. His role in the giants' story mirrors this, as he attempts to offer hope despite the denial of divine mercy. Enoch's unique fate, being taken to heaven without experiencing death, enhances his aura of mystery and holiness. The giants are portrayed as wild and destructive beings in the Book of Enoch, representing the corruption threatening the world. Maw's quest for redemption contrasts with the broader depiction of the giants as driven by selfishness rather than genuine repentance. This discrepancy raises questions about human nature, repentance, and the potential for change. The inclusion of Gilgamesh, a figure from Near Eastern mythology, adds another layer of complexity, reflecting the text's interaction with ancient traditions and emphasizing the ultimate power of the biblical god. Gilgamesh's role, marked by strength and humility before divine power, contrasts sharply with the giants' focus on their survival, while Gilgamesh's quest for understanding and immortality highlights his heroic nature. The giants are depicted with a self-centered concern for their safety. This contrast, along with Maw's cosmic journey to seek Enoch's guidance, underscores the depth of the giants' suffering and their desperate search for redemption amid the chaos. Despite Enoch's attempts at mediation, he is unable to succeed and is left to wait and place his trust in divine guidance for answers. The narrative delves into the complex relationships between humans, giants, and divine beings, while highlighting the uncertainty surrounding the impending cataclysmic events. Unlike their angelic predecessors, the giants face a tablet that predicts their doom, but also suggests the possibility of redemption through repentance. This duality adds depth to the book about the giants, making it especially intriguing. It provides a thorough examination of the Nephilim and enhances our understanding of these mysterious entities. As an important piece of ancient Jewish apocalyptic literature, it recounts dramatic events and offers insights into the religious beliefs and worldview of its time. Both the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Manichaean tradition address key themes, such as the angels' capacity to act outside divine will, the dangers of their unions with humans, and the broader implications of the giants' actions on the world. The book prompts us to reflect on themes of salvation, wisdom, and the limits of divine influence on the earthly realm. It urges us to recognize the significance of maintaining divine order and boundaries, stressing that the story goes beyond the mere conflict between angels and giants to encompass the broader consequences of violating divine and natural laws. It serves as a reminder that our decisions have far-reaching effects and that neglecting moral and spiritual principles can result in severe consequences. In essence, the story poses a critical question. What legacy are we leaving by ignoring divine and natural laws? This question challenges us to consider our personal and collective responsibility in upholding cosmic order and working towards a just and harmonious world. The book encourages us to evaluate our actions and their potential impacts on the world. Thank you for watching until the end of this video. Share this video widely and help build this community.